Hello everyone and welcome back to the Wilds, where we are here with our cougar family, with Willow, Olive, and Redwood, who is running over to us. And we're in kind of a newish area here. Well, I mean, as of the last episode, we have kind of come down to the beach and the highlands area. We moved out of the forest and into the open, and the seasons are passing. It's actually getting later in the year, and our cougars are getting older too. You can see we're now at a year and 8 months, and I think the cubs are at 7. Yes. So time is going by. Time has been passing, and they're getting a little bit older. Now, in terms of when they're considered grown up, I don't know. I hope that they... Oh, there's a bear over there. We're maybe not going to pick that fight, actually. But in terms of when the cubs are going to be considered grown up, I think we're going to say probably 1 year. Now, I think in real life it's more like 2 years. Some of you guys have been saying that in the comments, but the game officially starts you out at 1 year. So if we're going to say that these guys then kind of disperse to start their own lives at 1 year, I think that that would make sense. And so that's when we're going to consider these guys to be grown up. Hopefully that's also when the game considers them to be grown up. I think so, because if you look at them, they are getting quite a bit bigger. In fact, Redwood is honestly almost as big as Willow now. He is a very, very big boy. So we're definitely getting there. You can also see everybody's level is a lot higher than it used to be. Everybody is level 25, so they have been continuing to grow and gain strength, and that'll be interesting for if we have future litters with Willow, because I think the level of the enemies is somewhat determined by your level, and so that might make it more challenging for future generations, which is interesting. I think that lends kind of a level of interest to each story, so we'll see how that ends up going. But speaking of challenge, that's another thing that I want to talk about, because in the last episode we actually got knocked out a few times. It's the first time that has happened, and I want to talk about the ramifications of it, because we spent some time discussing that, and we spent... Okay, good. They are going to drink water. I just wanted to make sure that they would. But I want to spend some time discussing that, because we talked about it in between episodes, and I think I figured out what we are going to do with that. I think that everybody was pretty on board for introducing some form of permadeath system, and I just think something like that is going to make the game a lot more interesting. So I do want to implement one. It's going to sound more complicated explaining it than it is in practice, but essentially, every time we get knocked out, we will roll a dice, and if we roll too low, then that counts as a permanent death. We don't recover. We have to just release that animal, or if it's Willow or any of our other main animals, you actually can't release them. The game will not allow you to do that. So in that case, then after that litter, that's it. We will not have another season, even if we otherwise would have. So as for what number that is, it starts at a 1. It's going to start at a 1. So the first time you die, you just have to roll above a 1. But every time that you get knocked out, that number goes up. And so the first time you get knocked out, you have to roll above a 1. The second time you have to roll above a 2. The third time you have to roll above a 3, and so on and so forth to be able to survive. So every time that you get knocked out, there's a higher chance that the next time you will die for good. And that also is going to add an incentive to not keep getting knocked out, because even if you survive, there's only so many chances that you have before, you know, your luck is going to run out effectively, and you're not going to recover. So that's kind of what that is. So we hit level 26. Let's actually switch over to one of the cubs then, I think. Let's do Olive. She's a little bit hungry. Now, as for the dice you roll, that's a little bit variable as well. So what we're going to do is every time we get older, our dice may change. Oh, that's a pumpkin. I thought this was going to be a carcass, not quite the food that I was hoping for, but still fun to run around with. But yeah, every time that we get knocked out, or not every time that we get knocked out, every time we age up, our dice may go up. So when you're just a very young cub, it's just going to be a 4-sided dice. When you hit 6 months, it becomes a 6-sided dice. When you hit 8 months, it becomes an 8-sided dice, all the way up to a 12-sided dice at 1 year and beyond. And so you do have a higher chance of surviving as time goes on. You'll have a larger dice to roll, and thus more chance of rolling a higher number, a number higher than you would need. So it's going to be like a 1 in 4 chance the first time that a very young cub dies. But if Willow were to die for her, or Willow were to get knocked out for her first time, it would be only a 1 in 12 chance that she dies permanently. So that kind of adds the resiliency that you would expect from an older animal. Now again, like, this is going to sound complex. I think I probably have lost people trying to explain. When it actually happens, that it'll make more sense. But the general gist of it is that younger animals are more likely to die permanently, and the more times you get knocked out, the more likely you are to die, until there will come a threshold. I think it works out to 12 times, where on that 12th time, no matter how good you'd roll, you wouldn't be able to survive. So you have basically a set number of lives. There's a point when your luck for sure will run out, but practically, you're not gonna make it all the way to that 12th life, if that makes sense. You'd have to have pretty much perfect luck in rolling above your threshold every single time, and you'd have to get that 1 in 12 chance on your 11th knockout, for example. So practically, you're likely to die sooner than that, and the chance will go up every time you get knocked down. So I think that that'll add some interest. Why is there absolutely nothing around, too? I've just been running around talking, looking for something to eat. But yeah, that's gonna, I think, add an appropriate level of worry, where we have to be concerned about, you know, not just picking battles willy-nilly with anything we run across, while at the same time being a little bit forgiving, because it seems pretty easy to die in this game, especially with the NPCs. Sometimes they're not the smartest. Are these wolves? Okay. So there are only 2 of them. It looks like it. I'm gonna be a lot more careful about picking these fights, because we've gotten into some bad situations with wolves before. But I think if we are careful, if we land the knockdown hit, okay, whoa, can we take one down? No, I want to get out of here. I want to leave. I want to be able to kind of recover. Oh, the wolf is still chasing. I want to kind of recalibrate. And, oh, you are right in front of me. Hello? Oh, no. This is exactly what I'm talking about that I do not want. Oh, geez. We might get to test out this system right now if we're not careful. I really don't want this. I wanted to get away so that we could go back and land the attack, but apparently he caught up to me. Okay. Let's let our energy come back a bit. So that's exactly what I'm talking about, is it can be very easy to get into bad situations very quickly if you don't pick your battles extremely carefully. So that's why we want a bit more of a forgiving system with this, because it's very easy for one small mistake to immediately end in disaster here. Now, I think if we're careful, all right, we should be able to knock down. That didn't knock down. Why didn't it knock down? Get out of here. Oh my goodness. Why did it not knock down? Why did it not knock down? That's the thing that I don't understand. Oh, there is a carcass over here. So we should be able to, oh my goodness, to eat if that's going to be helpful. All right, let's see if we can go get that food. Well, now we're fully healed anyway, so it doesn't even matter. It seems like they kind of go back to the area that they're hanging out, too. There you go. Go down and stay down. Goodness sakes. All right. But yeah, we're gonna have to be careful, because I think I probably shouldn't be running amok, picking fights with groups of 4 wolves anymore. That was maybe not the wisest idea to begin with, especially when sometimes it can get a little bit finicky with the targeting. We're gonna have to be more cautious than that going forward here, especially because I think we are kind of playing on a hard mode because it seems like all of the groups cap out with 4 creatures, but we only have 3 here because Willow doesn't have a mate. He didn't stay with her on. I think the other carcass despawned. Dang it! No, I wanted food. I wanted to eat. Oh well, at least we got to eat one of them. But yeah, because Willow doesn't have a mate, we are going to have a max group size of 3, and that's going to add some additional challenge to this, I think, which is good. I think that challenge will add interest, but it is going to make things challenging. We've played it pretty safe so far, but especially for future litters, if we are dealing with a higher general level. Why? Sometimes it doesn't push you far enough forward to deal the damage. Oh my goodness. But yeah, if we're gonna be dealing with a higher minimum level for creatures, then that's gonna be its own challenge, I think. Oh, there's a boar here too. Alright, let's see if we can maybe take some of these guys down. Oh, Willow's sniffing for something too. Alright, no, you go down as you're intended to. Oh, and that time we technically didn't get it, but it still counted, so that works out. Oh my goodness. Willow's upset about something, apparently. I guess maybe that's our cue to switch over to Redwood so that he also gets the chance to eat. Let's do that here. Alright. Oh, and I immediately missed. Let's see if we can take this guy down. Oh, you're kind of hurting us a little bit, actually. Let's go ahead and make sure that Redwood has the chance to participate in some hunting as well, because we also want to get his level up. I don't know. I theoretically, with the leveling, it's not like you have to necessarily get them to a certain point, I don't think. I don't know how high the leveling goes. I don't know if it'll stop somewhere, like, will it cap out at level 100? I truly don't know. I guess we'll find out. But I think we're just gonna kind of get as far as we can with it, because it's more about the age. But I am gonna continue to level up our creatures, because I think that that's gonna be important, you know, to kind of get that natural sense of growth. We're gonna try to keep them leveling up, keep them hunting, keep them learning and growing, so that when they get to that age, it feels earned when it is their time to disperse. We're gonna try to keep giving them experience in the name of learning and growing stronger, so that when they do go to disperse, it makes sense. Oh, that's a wolf. Okay. Well, when our stamina comes back, we should be able to fight. I only see one, so that'll probably be an okay fight. No, I don't want the rat. I want the Yukon wolf. Can we knock you down? Yes, we can. Oh, it's only level 22. That's not so bad. There we go. There is a bear over there. We honestly might want to be kind of careful with that, though. I think after last time's brush with disaster, even Redwood is more aware of that. Now that we know that there are going to be consequences, it might do us well to be cautious here. And to not just go blindly rushing in. And meanwhile, Olive just goes running straight by the bear. Fortunately, it didn't notice her. Yeah, we might want to be kind of more careful about that. I don't know if it's going to be worth picking fights with the bears anymore. Certainly, I think Willow is thankful that she does know how, but with both of the cubs running around and being their rambunctious selves, I don't know. She's not able to run in and get away quite as easily when they're going to want to be fighting as well. Bears, I think, are going to be one of the biggest dangers for us here, as they should be. I mean, they are quite... They're quite strong. They're quite dangerous creatures. And I don't think in the real world, a cougar versus a bear, the cougar's probably not going to win that one. Now, what have we got over here? Is this... Oh, it's raccoons. That's probably not going to be too hard to take down. These guys will be a good snack, a good chance to Get a chance to get some food. I think we can probably, because Redwood just leveled up as well, and probably let Olive do some hunting as well. They're going to be a pretty decent opportunity to hunt here. Yeah, we're all up to level 26 pretty much. Olive is just about, so let's see if we can make that actually level 26 by chasing down one of these raccoons. Yeah, that worked out, although we're not quite to level 26 yet. That was just a little one. There's one left that we should be able to go after here. Alright. Let's see. There we go, and there we go. Level 26 across the board. We'll probably just kind of rotate between everyone and try to keep them leveling. Now that everybody's pretty much caught up to Willow and her level, there actually are some mountain slopes here, although I don't know how easy it would be to get up them. They're kind of cliffy. I think that there is actually a path up to them on the other side. Jeez, these cliffs though. We don't really want to fall. I would like to oh, I'm not going to be able to target you. It's gonna do the thing. It is absolutely gonna do the thing. Alright. Well, maybe we won't worry about hunting then, because I don't really want to fall. The thing about falling... Oh my goodness. Oh, we've got a new quest as well. Okay, I did end up completing the fox quest off camera. I was gonna try not to, but it ended up happening. And eagle again? We were finally free of it! No! I guess it is what it is. But that is unfortunate. It also has been giving us mostly small species. This, however, is another cougar. Am I able to target you? Oh, yes, I think I am. Yep, because we are gonna have to go after the cougar. I know it says bond, but, yeah, at this stage of life, other cougars are gonna be dangerous to us, no matter what they are, male or female. They're gonna be hazards. They're not gonna take kindly to someone else's cubs, and so at this point, I think Willow has taught the cubs well to treat all potential other cougars as a threat until they're a little bit older and ready to seek mates of their own. But what I was gonna say is, I'm wondering, we might have to cross back into the forest a little bit, because I think that side is pretty hilly, but we might be able to cross back over here and get up into the mountains, and I'm kind of curious. I want to take a poke around. We haven't really been over there too much. I don't think I want to entirely abandon our new area, but I'm just curious if we'll be able to find a way up. I just don't know if there's one on this side or not yet, though. It looks like possibly not. I haven't seen something that looks promising yet. Oh, that is an entire family of bears. Maybe we don't mess with them. We're back in the basin. Yeah, I think the different areas do have different names, because you can see that the area up above our compass now says the basin, but some of you guys were also telling me... It's just running for no reason, apparently. Some of you guys are also telling me that just the whole map in general is called the Coniferous Forest, which does make sense. It does make sense, so that's apparently... No, let me attack! I guess we're not gonna... That's not gonna happen, he's in the water now. But yeah, apparently the whole map is called the Coniferous Forest. Well, now it says the basin, because we're in the... we're in the basin. But, I think that's why it was saying that over there. But isn't there a part that's called the Redwoods? I could have sworn there's maybe a part that was called the Redwoods. Whatever the case may be, I think some of it is still kind of unfinished. And so I don't know. No, it does say Coniferous Forest. Okay, so maybe that's just the generic name. Maybe that area... I don't know if that area is unfinished or not. I don't know if there's going to be a different kind of forest over there. I kind of like it as open plains, but we'll have to see. We'll have to see what ends up coming in the future for this game. Now, is there a way up into the mountains here? Oh, maybe so. Possibly. We have a stream here at the least. We are getting much higher in elevation. This is above our old den, isn't it? No, this is a different stream, I think. Or is it? No, this might be. Yes, this is the old den area, isn't it? Yeah, that is. Well, it's interesting to have returned to this place. That's the other den. But I think, as we're over here, we're getting a little bit higher up into the mountains. I'm curious how we actually get up here, because it is quite high, and I'd like to know, like, I think I've gotten up there before in some of my personal games, but I've never been quite sure. I always have to spend a long time searching for a way to get up. So, we'll have to see. It's like right on the other side of this, isn't it? Because there's a, whoa! Oh no, I don't want to be falling much farther. Although, I think by accident we might have just found what we were looking for. Does this trail? I think this might lead us up into the mountains. Alright, let's see where this goes. Well, there is a cave here. This seems promising. Is the way through? Oh, well, we're veering over here. Okay, no, this isn't up into the mountains yet, but maybe if we continue along this trail. It looks like this does lead to another cave here, although sometimes the NPCs have a little bit of difficulty following us. They're caught up now, but it has been a little bit challenging to navigate. Now this is new. It does look like coniferous forest is just the generic name for the map though, because I don't think this is a specific zone. But it is quite snowy. And that's a whole waterfall. We probably don't want to get swept away by that. That would not be good. Well, this is a curious new place for us to explore. We've not been up here. And I think the cougar family is definitely more keen to explore the world. But we may have to do more poking around in another episode because unfortunately I think it is coming up on about time to wrap up here for today. So we'll have to check out more about this place next time. For now though, I hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. But until then, this is Jay, over and out.